Hello, my friends, and welcome to Yoga by the Moon. My name is Michelle, and I'm here to guide you through a new moon practice for January 18th of 2026. The new moon is the beginning of a new lunar cycle, and it is all about, what it sounds like, newness. So new opportunities, new adventures, new ideas, new plans and new journeys. Everything is new. And we are in the sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign, but it is a very driven earth sign, a very ambitious earth sign. It has goals and focus and drive to get to particular goals and dreams. It wants success, and it has this forward momentum about it. And it's very organized about how it wants to achieve these things, achieving and goal setting and all of this newness. So it ties very well with the theme of new moon in general. And this is the first new moon of the new year. So this is the perfect time to really start, if you haven't already, worked on resolutions or intentions for 2026 and things like that. This is really the perfect time to start thinking about those things and start figuring out how to put these things into motion. So we'll be doing some driven postures and some forward thinking postures, but we'll also be doing some grounding because, like I said, Capricorn is an earth sign. We are in winter. This is the first new moon of the winter season, so we're still kind of in hibernation mode also. So while we have all this newness and all of these goals and these dreams and this forward ambition, our bodies still kind of want a little bit of rest. So we're going to balance those things in our practice today. You may want a couple blocks nearby. As you can see, I have some on my mat ready to go. They're optional, of course, and if you don't have blocks, you're welcome to use books if you have them, or pillows, or whatever you have nearby if you need them. If you feel like you do, you may not. I will talk you through how to adapt each pose, whether you have the blocks or not, as we go through the practice today. But as we begin, let's start with some breath work seated on our mat. So I'm going to make my way to my mat as I talk to you. Just find a comfortable seat. And the breath work that we're going to do today for this new moon in Capricorn, for this organizing and this forward momentum and this new thoughts, these ambitions, like how to even set forth these goals we need to clear a path in our brains, right? To really have this organized way of doing and this organized pathway to achieving our goals and our dreams, to even outlining what those goals and dreams might be, we need clear thought. So we will be doing what is called box breathing, and that is a very, very clear and focused and organized breath work. So it's very simple. We'll do 4 rounds. I'll demonstrate 1 and then we'll do 3 together. Simply inhale through the nose for a count of 4. You hold that inhale for another count of 4. Then you exhale out the nose or mouth, your choice, for a count of 4. And then you hold on that exhale for a count of 4. So it's like a box. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, right? So we'll be doing, like I said, a total of 4 rounds. I'll demonstrate 1 and then we'll do 3 together. So first round, inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Together, inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale. Retain it. Exhale. retain it. Last one, inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Now just return to your regular pattern of breathing. Notice if you feel any clearer in your thinking, if any fog has maybe lifted. If not, no worries. It will come with practice. Now I'm sure all of you have arrived in a comfortable seat. Now wherever you are, we're going to bring our legs in front of us just for a moment. And we're going to kind of shake out those legs. We'll call it those thighs. We get a little tight in the back of our legs. So maybe if we're going to sit with our legs in front of us, maybe wiggle them out just a little bit. Sit up nice and tall, chest lifted, tailbone pressing into the mat as you pull that chest up to the sky. You might feel like you're puffing your chest. That's okay. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring our right leg into our chest, planting that foot on the floor of the mat, kind of creating a triangle with our foot. Now maybe you want to keep it on the right side where your leg normally goes. Maybe you want to cross that foot over the left of your left leg. Wherever you are, inhale that left arm up, and then exhale, it's going to come across to the outside of your right thigh, kind of pressing your chest to rotate. And then you're going to use your right hand behind you, kind of prop you up and keep your chest lifted as you twist the half Lord of the Fishes. It's a nice way to begin organized thought by wringing the body out in this physical manner. Do it gently. You don't need to really crank into the twist, but it's a nice way to kind of get things moving. Get a little bit more clear-headed. One more breath here. On an exhale, gently come back to center. Uncross those legs if you had them crossed out and straighten that right leg in front of you. Maybe you want to wiggle out those thighs again just for a moment. Nice tall chest, and then on a breath in, bring that left leg in toward your chest, planting that left foot. Now either keep your left foot planted on that left side of the mat where your left leg normally belongs, or you take that foot and you cross it over your right leg. Left foot still planted on the mat. Inhale that right arm up. Cross the arm over to the outer left part of your left hip. Tent the left palm behind you to keep you propped up as you twist towards the left. And breathe deep. Keep your chest lifted. Maybe look over the shoulder to twist deeper if you wish. No need to push into any twists, especially as we begin our movement. One more breath in here. And as you exhale, gently unwind. Now this time, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together in front of us, creating a sort of diamond shape with our legs. Now either pull your heels in towards you or keep them out in front of a little farther away, creating space wherever is comfortable for you. What you're going to want to do is take your hands and kind of grab the top of your ankles and pull your chest through. Just kind of gently, maybe rocking back and forth, maybe flapping those legs, or maybe just find stillness. Just get a gentle Stretch in those inner thighs in butterfly pose. It's a nice grounding posture, reminding us to stay connected to the earth and to ourselves. When we think of bringing in newness into our lives, we want to bring in authenticity with that newness. So connecting to ourselves, to allow ourselves to shine through all these new journeys, these new pathways. Embracing all that we are as we endeavor forward. One more breath in here. On an exhale, we're going to straighten that left leg in front, kind of out to the diagonal now, and bring your right sole of your foot onto the inner part of your left thigh. We're going to turn our chest so that it squares up with our left leg, raise our arms up to the sky on an inhale, and then on an exhale, if you have blocks, this might be a good time to use those and place them on either side of your shins. Maybe you just place your hands on the floor for either side of your shins. Maybe you crawl forward. Maybe you grab that foot. Now this pose is called head to knee pose. The goal is not, however, to get your head to your knee. It is to keep your chest pulled through and feel a nice stretch in the back of your thigh. And to do that, you may be right here, and that may be a good stretch for you, and that is fine. That is good yoga. Wherever you need to be today, wherever you need to feel that stretch, you can stop wherever you need. And that is, as long as you're feeling that stretch in the back of your thigh, you're feeling that chest pull through and not rounding and hunching through your shoulders, you're doing really great. One more breath here. And then on an exhale, we're going to come back up to center and we're going to switch sides. So our right leg comes out, left foot comes to the inner part of our right thigh. Square your chest off towards your right foot. Inhale your arms up and exhale, fold forward to wherever you feel a stretch in the back of that right thigh. Now, one side may be very different from the other. I'm noticing a lot more resistance a lot sooner on this side, and that is perfectly normal and perfectly okay. Listen to your body, listen to yourself. Stop wherever you feel the resistance and breathe into it to relax into it. Don't strain your way into it. Don't push your way into it. That's a good way to get injured. And that's a good way to disconnect from yourself. And we're trying to connect to ourselves, right? One more breath here. On an exhale, come on up. Wherever you are, we're going to make our way to hands in knees position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Nice flat back, neutral neck. Tabletop position. On your next inhale, we're going to pull that belly to the floor as we look up to the sky in cow. Exhale, round through that spine and look down in cat. Take a few cat-cows in your own breath, articulating through your spine as fast or as slow as you need to, tapping into whatever rhythm your body is asking for. Just inviting in some movement and undulation to loosen and lubricate through the part of our body that supports us the most. One more breath wherever you are. And then on an exhale, make your way back to tabletop. Take a breath in as you walk those hands maybe one step forward and curl through your toes, and then exhale, lift those hips to the sky as you pull those heels towards the mat. They may not reach the mat or touch the mat, and that is okay. Just make sure you are getting that beautiful upside down V position in downward facing dog. Maybe you want to pedal those heels, generously bending one knee while you straighten one leg, and then shifting to straighten the other and bend the other. Noticing my own joints just popping. The cold air of winter is definitely speaking in my body. I don't know about yours. Gently warming ourselves up, connecting to ourselves, and finding some clear-headed thought patterns and breathing. On your next breath in, we're going to lift our right leg to the sky. Then on an exhale, we're going to bring that right knee towards our nose in a three-legged plank. Inhale, lift that leg back up to the sky in three-legged dog. Exhale as many steps as you need to take to bring that right foot between your hands, planting it. Spinning your left heel towards the back right corner of the mat as you rise on up. Bending into your right knee, right arm forward, left arm back, chest to the left side wall. Warrior two position. A nice focused position, looking ahead at everything new, using that drive and ambition of Capricorn. One breath in here, and on an exhale, we're going to reach our left arm back, down our left thigh. Right arm comes up and back overhead in reverse warrior, kind of grounding us into everything that has led us to this point. And then exhale, warrior two. With our breath 3 more times like that. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Now we're going to step that left foot up just a little bit and straighten through that right leg. Keeping your arms where they are. We're going to reach that right arm forward until we can no longer hinge into that arm without dumping into our shoulder. Wherever you are, tick-tock your arms so that your right arm comes down to 6 o'clock, left arm up to 12. Maybe you want a block or a book on the inner part of your right thigh to bring your hand down to. You can always just keep it propped up against your shin. Maybe you can reach all the way to the floor. Wherever you are, you want to make sure you're keeping that spine nice and long here in triangle pose. One more breath here. One more breath out. On an inhale, we're going to bend back through that right knee, turning our hips towards the front and lifting up off of that left heel, raising our arms up high in high lunge. Another very focused, forward-driven pose for Capricorn to take on and harness all of that thought for the newness that we want to welcome into our lives. One more breath in here as we bring our hands to prayer overhead. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Take one more breath in here with all that focus. And then on an exhale, you're going to take that left elbow to the outer part of your right thigh, keeping your hands at prayer at your chest, here in a prayer twist. Like I said, twisting is a really good way to make room for all this newness and give us focus and clear thought. One more breath here. On an exhale, bring your hands to either side of your right foot and either step right back to downward dog or bring your right foot to meet your left here in plank. Drop to your elbows for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, we all meet in downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Pedal those heels again if you wish. Find some stillness if you wish. Recenter yourself. Reground yourself in this present moment. And breathe. Inhale, left leg comes to the sky. Exhale, left knee comes towards your nose in three-legged plank. Inhale, left leg back to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale as many steps as you need to get there to bring your left foot between your hands. Spin that right heel back to the back left corner of the mat, bending into that left knee. Chest turns towards the right wall, left arm forward, right arm back. Get your hair out of your face if you're like me. And breathe. Look over the left middle finger to keep that forward focus. We're moving forward into a new year, into a new lunar cycle, welcoming in all the newness and abundance in our lives. On your next breath in, reach that right arm back down the right leg, left arm back up overhead, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, reverse. Last warrior two. Step that right leg up just a little bit, straighten through that left leg. One more breath in here. And then we're going to reach that left arm forward until you can no longer do so without tipping into your side. And then tick-tock your hands left to 6, right to 12 in triangle pose. Maybe you want to look up to the ceiling. Maybe you would like a block or a book to rest your hand on. Wherever you are, keep a nice long spine and breathe. One more breath in here. As you breathe out, we're going to bend back into that right knee, lifting off that, or left knee, bend into your left knee, lifting off that right heel, raising your arms up overhead. High lunge. Strong focus. Strong posture. Deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale as you bring those hands together and then bring them back down to your heart. Inhale one more time for a focus and exhale. That right elbow comes to the outer part of your left thigh as you keep your hands at chest level. Prayer twist. Focused posture, balanced posture, connected posture. One more breath in here. As you breathe out, step that right foot up to meet the left. Raise your arms up overhead. Clap them together in prayer. Exhale, bring them down to your chest. Mountain pose. Take a breath. Feel your feet connected to the earth. Bring your shoulders back and down so your chest is lifted. Find yourself in this moment. Connect to yourself. Connect yourself to your breath if you've forgotten to do so. Just notice how you feel. Notice any thoughts coming and going. One more breath in here. On an exhale, we're going to shift our weight into our right leg. You're going to turn your left knee so that the left knee points to the left side of the mat, kind of creating a sort of figure four with your legs. Now maybe you want to keep your toes on the mat and just rest your heel against your right ankle. Maybe you want to lift that foot to the inner part of your shin, or maybe you want to bring the part of the left sole of your foot to the inner part of your right thigh. Wherever you are, don't place it on your knee, or you will jut that knee out in a not good way. Tree pose, the epitome pose for earth signs, connecting us, rooting us to the ground. The trees may not have any leaves right now, but they are preparing for newness as we are. One more breath in here. On a breath out, we're not going to drop that left foot. Instead, we're going to take our left hand and grab the inner left part of your foot. Raise your right arm forward, and then you're going to use your left foot to kick your left hand away from your body. Kick so much that eventually you start to tip forward. Kind of taut like a bow and arrow. Dancer pose. Very focused pose. Organized pose. And when you're ready, as gently or as carefully as you can, come on out of it. We're going to do those two balance postures on the other side. So when you're ready, maybe you want to shake out those legs. Maybe you want to kind of roll out your shoulders. Or just breathe, connecting to your breath once again. Whenever you're ready, shift that weight into that left foot. Turn that right knee out. And put the right sole of your foot wherever is comfortable for you in tree pose on the other side. Do whatever is comfortable for your arms as well. Find a focal point off in the distance known as a drishti to help you maintain your balance. Maintain that connectedness to the earth, to yourself. Rooting ourselves so that we can rise in the new. And then when you're ready, release the foot and grab your right foot with your right hand. Bring your left arm forward. Kick away your right hand with your right foot until you start to tip forward. Taut like a bow and arrow with your leg and your arm. Dancer pose. We use that rootedness of the tree to propel us forward in dancer. And if you fall out like I just did, your yoga mat will catch you. No worries there. It is called a practice for a reason. It is a yoga practice, not a yoga perfect. So do your best. We all fall out eventually. Can't balance forever, right? There's always a cycle to things. Balance and then connectedness. And now we are going to step out wide, toes pointed to the outer parts of your mat, heels turned in, arms lifted up to the sky. Clasp at prayer and exhale as you bend your knees and bring your hands to your chest. And goddess. Inhale, straighten your legs. Raise those arms overhead. Exhale, straighten to goddess. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink down. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink down. We're going to hold here in goddess for just a moment or two. If you have your blocks nearby, you may want to have one down so you can sink and sit onto it, bringing those heels in. Or maybe you just want to kind of inch those heels in and squat down in yogi squat. Wherever you are in your yogi squat, whether you're sitting on a block or a pillow or just squatting down with your leg musculature, keep your hands at prayer as you use your elbows to push those legs open in Malasana. This is the most connected posture in the whole gamut of yoga poses. This is the most rooted to the earth. So another very earthy pose for the sign of Capricorn, to connect to ourselves, to root into ourselves, reminding us that yes, this is still winter. We're going to birth some newness, right? Like a lot of women birth this way. We're going to birth some newness into our lives, and we're working on that with this new moon and with the energy of Capricorn, but we're connecting to ourselves. When you're ready, take your right hand and plant it in the center as you inhale and open through that left wing, left to comes to the sky. In a Malasana twist. Just a gentle twist to bring things out some more. One more breath in here. And as you breathe out, left hand comes down, replaces the right, and you inhale, open up through the right wing this time. Twisting the other way. Gentle breaths. Some good TLC for yourself. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your hands in front of you. If you had a block, move it aside. Sit all the way on your bum and straighten those legs right out in front of you once again. We're going to kind of create an L with our bodies. So we're going to have a really, really tall, long spine, chest lifted as you really press down through those thighs so much that you like keep your feet really active, like you're trying to step on the wall in front of you, lifting that chest. This is known as Dandasana or staff pose. And it's a very active seated posture. So you feel the energy of everything lifting you here, of everything pulling you this way. It's very energetic, even though you're seated and rooted. A very apt pose for the energy that is Capricorn, the energy that is the new moon, even though we are still in winter. Very apt pose for rest, but being active. One more breath here. On your next inhale, raise your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, bring those hands to either side of your legs in a gentle forward fold. Maybe you can reach your hands, or your hands can reach your feet. Maybe you want blocks on either side of your leg. Wherever you are, feel a nice stretch and release in the back of those thighs. With every exhale, just release a little bit more, surrendering to yourself, to the universe, connecting within. One more breath in here. And as you breathe out, maybe you want to just come up to a comfortable seat, or maybe you want to lay all the way back into a traditional Shavasana. Wherever you are, make yourself comfortable, wiggle around. Maybe you want to gently close your eyes or have a soft gaze. But take a moment for yourself to just settle in and relax as I take you through a meditation for the new moon. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Allow the tension to melt away from your body. As you settle into this position, imagine yourself standing beneath the night sky, stargazing on a clear, peaceful night. You're guided to embrace the energy of the new moon, a celestial event that symbolizes new beginnings and fresh opportunity. As you focus on the dark moon, envision it as a blank canvas, ready to be painted with your desires and aspirations. Feel the anticipation and excitement bubbling within you as you prepare to manifest your dreams into reality. Now, shift your attention to your breath. With every inhale, imagine you're drawing in the energy of this new moon, filling your entire being with its gentle power. While you exhale, release any doubts or fears or limitations that may be holding you back. Take a few more inhales, filling your core being with the power of the moon. And the exhales, releasing what does not serve you, what is limiting you, what is restraining you. With your mind clear and your heart now open, allow yourself to envision what you truly want to manifest in this life. It could be a new career path, a loving relationship, improved health. Whatever it may be, let the moon's energy amplify your intentions and infuse them with its magical essence. Visualize your desired outcome as clearly as possible and see yourself already living in that reality, experiencing the joy and fulfillment that brings. Connect yourself to feelings of gratitude and abundance that arise from knowing that this manifestation is on its way to you. Now bring attention to your heart center. Feel warmth and radiance emanating from this sacred space. Imagine your heart energy merging and aligning with the energy of the new moon. Sense the harmony and synchronicity between your inner and outer worlds. As you bask in the celestial alignment, repeat the following affirmations silently or out loud. I embrace the energy of the new moon, trusting in its power to manifest my desires. I am grateful for the abundant opportunities that come my way. I am open to receiving all that aligns with my highest good. Continue to breathe deeply, fully embodying the energy of the new moon in your intentions. You can stay in this state of mindfulness for as long as you desire and allow the energy to settle within you. But when you're ready, slowly bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings. Feel the ground beneath you, the air on your skin, the gentle rise and fall of your breath. Take a moment and notice the gratitude for the infinite possibilities that lay before you. Carry this energy with you as you go about your day, knowing that the new moon's energy will continue to support and guide you on your journey. Trust in the process and watch your intentions unfold in perfect divine timing. Remember that the power to manifest lies within you. Embrace the energy of the new moon and let your dreams take flight. Take one more inhale and exhale of gratitude and love for yourself, for showing up for yourself, for even considering ambitions and desires and dreams for yourself. And when you're ready, bring some gentle movement to your body. Wiggle your hands, your feet, fingers and toes. Turn at your elbows and your wrists, your knees and ankles. If you're not already seated, turn over to one side and press yourself up gently and slowly to a comfortable seat. If you had a soft gaze or your eyes were closed, maybe gently flutter your eyelids open. Welcome back. I want to thank you for practicing this new moon in Capricorn practice with me. I hope you will join me for the next practice, which will be for the first quarter moon. And I look forward to joining you on the mat whenever and however you choose to show up. From my heart to yours, filled with gratitude for you showing up here with me. Namaste.